Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to have a little quick look at the Telltale event. It is quite a big event from what it looks like. Lots of roadmaps, lots of museum collections, double stash. So there's quite a lot to cover. I'm not going to go too in depth, but I'm going to give a quick look. As you can see on the screen, there are 3 roadmaps. There's scarves, there's skull patches, and there's markers. There is the introduction to the actual event itself. As it says, the Telltale collections are now open. Redeem collectibles for Lee's shotgun, new epic ascendable Lee, Telltale tokens, and legendary Lee. The collections are open for a limited time, so don't miss out. But the limited time is actually quite a long time. It's 4 weeks, as you can see in the top left-hand corner, 28 days. It's a very, very long event. And there is also an inbox message about a stash, which is where you redeem your Telltale tokens. Now, we'll look at the museum first so we could get a rough idea of the rewards. Now, we'll look at Telltale Collection 1. And as you can see, you get a shotgun for 3,000 markers. I can tell you that you only need to do one particular roadmap, which lasts for 28 days, and you can get this shotgun. So it's like, I think this is the most straightforward reward to get. Everyone really, realistically should get this reward. I wouldn't worry too much about it. As long as you like actually put in a little bit of time and effort, you should be absolutely fine. It may be a little bit hard. I'm not really sure. It does go, I think, up to S2, but it does maybe look like a lot of walker stages. We'll have to wait and see what it's like. Basically, 30% defense on a tough weapon, very rare to see. I think it's the only tough weapon that's freely available. The rest that have ever existed that have had 30% defense base have been premier weapons, and I think it's Garrett's rifle is the only other one. I'm not really sure the name, but it was a premier weapon only a few months ago, if I'm honest. The other 30% are, I think, there are a couple of attacks. There's a there's a crit as well. So this is the first defense, which is pretty nice. It also looks pretty good. So it comes in platinum straight away. I think you'd probably replace the other 2 upgrades, but this is pretty nice otherwise. Now on to the second collection. And for the second collection, you need the shotgun, which it doesn't redeem because, as you can see, there's no red exclamation mark in sight, which means it would take it out of your inventory or out of your backpack. But you get to keep it, but you just need to have it to be able to claim the prize. In the bottom right hand corner, as you can see, Lee's sort of thumbnail is going to be a 5-star Lee, but we'll go over this first. You need 10,000 sticks, which I believe are available in roadmaps and level up tournaments, and you need 10,000 scarves, which are available in survival road tournaments and roadmaps as well. And you need chemistry textbooks, and these are available through raids. I've done 1 raid and got 10, so it's not very hard to get these. So this is the character we can get from this. As you can see, it's a 5-star character who is obviously ascendable to 6-star. We'll check out the 6-star because I think that's what most people are going to be looking at. Now, I've seen some comments that say this character isn't that great. He is really nice. He's got confused 2 people for 2 turns, which is easily the best part of Shiva's Rush. It's identical, but he also gets 3 teammates get 75% defense for 2 turns. The damage is not as high, 350%, but he does it to 2 people, whereas Shiva only does the damage to 1, and it's 550%. Now, I can tell you, I have got Connor, who does single target damage for 300%, and he can one-shot Tyrese, he can one-shot Abraham with 6 stars. As long as they haven't got huge amounts of defense and HP, he can one-shot those characters. Now, Lee's attacking 2, and he's confusing them. The downside of it is obviously if they've got Guardian Shields on them, they won't be confused. So it's not going to be identical to Shiva's Rush where you can target 1 character and confuse 2, but he still will confuse 2 if there's no Guardian Shields, guaranteed, which is actually really nice. If he kills those 2 characters, he could potentially kill 2 characters and confuse 2 other characters as well, which is, I don't know, that in a way that is actually better than Shiva's Rush. Leader skill is all ranged teammates get 40% defense and a huge bonus to AP when taking damage. It isn't spectacular as a leader skill. I think it's pretty much identical to Eugene's, except Eugene's works for strong and tough. So I mean, this character Lee behind a Eugene, it could be okay, I guess. Behind an Erica could be okay. Just an annoying character. On attack, you're going to have a bit of control with him. Now, one thing to mention as well, he has actually got a pretty decent active skill. Recover, Confuse. I think one of the only other characters within free to play that has that is Lucas. I could be wrong. But yeah, three teammates get recover from confused, which is actually pretty strong. Now, once you've got the 5-star, you need to get him to maxed out level 80 tier 4, and you need to get these other items: 1,000 chemistry textbooks, 15,000 scars, 15,000 sticks, and you can hand it in and get a free ascendance effectively for Lee. Now, this is a 28-day event, so it does last a long time. However, I would be patient with this because it's hard to know whether this is the worth it part of the event or not, because you can also get tokens with the sticks, the scarves, and the textbooks. Now, right now, there are no exclamation marks to be seen. And that generally means, like, what you have here, you won't actually be losing. But I think this is an error. I think this will be, fixed in terms of, I'm pretty sure you're going to, it says up here, items marked with the exclamation mark are consumed when rewards are claimed. There's no exclamation marks. But I'm fairly certain that all of these will be consumed. You're not going to be able to keep the 5-star and claim the 6-star. You're not going to be able to keep, the 15,000 scarves, the 15,000 sticks, the 1,000 chemistry textbooks. These are all going to be consumed. 99% certain. I'm sure this will be updated quite soon. But if, however, they aren't going to be consumed, like I said, it's very unlikely, I would just hold on to your extra sticks, scarves, and textbooks in the meantime. There's no rush to do the final collection, which is for actual tokens to be handed in for the stash. I just hold on to them. You need quite a lot. I think I calculated it to be something like 20,000 scarves, 20,000 sticks, and then I think you need around about 400 textbooks to be able to redeem all of these tokens. So you can get 40 tokens, and if you redeem 40 tokens, you can hand them in at the stash, which there are 36 hand-ins for the sort of the basic stash. I calculated you get like 48 4-star characters, 25 3-star characters, a bunch of gear. The gear is actually the gear that is needed to get Lee to maxed out 5-star. I don't think it's all the gear needed. It might actually be all the gear needed. Yeah, it is. You need 6 briefcases. You need 8 of these camp stoves. It's all the gear required. It may even be enough trainers to get him just completely maxed out as well. It's hard to know. But basically, this will go towards you maxing out Lee quickly. So, I mean, it really depends what situation you're in. But you're going to need a lot of sticks, a lot of scarves, a lot of textbooks. So keep redeeming those things from the roadmaps and tournaments and so on. Now, there is a second part of this stash. And if you click this eye at the top, you can see you are currently on stash 1. Complete it to unlock stash 2. Right now, I can't see what's in stash 2. They still haven't added a way to be able to see what's in stash 2. It has got 80 items. It's going to be, I'm going to guess it's going to be all the legendary stuff that Lee will need. It'll be like, there'll be a canteen in there. There'll be a GPS. There'll be all the stuff for blue characters, so like bandoliers and stuff like that. And there'll probably be some like 10 Liliths or whatever. It'll be 7 Liliths, 7 Ulysses, or however many it is to up the actives and rushes. So that would be the assumption, but it would be really good if I could actually see that as well. Now we'll check out the roadmaps, and you need to do the school patches roadmap to be able to unlock the other roadmaps. You get some school bags on this. Well, they're not really school bags, but they're nice shiny rainbow bags. Let's see if I can get one. There we go. Road to Survival is just the name of the bag, and you get between 100 and 1,000 of these igniters. I believe these are igniters. I don't want to get that wrong, do I? Because if I get that wrong, I have got it wrong in the past, I could get in a lot of trouble. Let's just open the bag. I think I've opened 3 so far and got 100, 500, and 600. 900. Ooh, big one. And the stages cost between 100 and 200. So I can do quite a lot of this. I can do all 8 of these stages, and I can do all 8 of these stages. These are the key stages. You want to be doing the scarf stages first, just because they reset every 3 days. The markers one, any leftovers, you want to just go in there and do that. You should complete the school patches. Don't just farm the first stage, because you get these patches for completion rewards. You also get a little bit of stage bonuses, some trainers, some 5-star tokens, which is something. And then the same for these. They do start getting harder. It does look like the scarves have the hardest roadmap. It goes up to S4, I believe. S4 it does indeed. Whereas the markers goes only up to S2 or S1 plus. It does actually go up to S2. So it's quite easy. So the shotgun should be quite easy to come by. As you can see, 500 here, 1,000 here, 1,500. If you just complete all 3 acts, that's enough to get the shotgun. Now, I'm not sure how many patches it is, if you need to spend patches to unlock Act 2 and Act 3 and so on, but it's only 1 patch to unlock Act 1, and you get 3 patches for actually doing the patch roadmap. So I assume the next ones actually cost patches to unlock as well, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, I'll give a link to this in the description, but there is a post on the forums that gives a breakdown when the certain roadmaps will be coming up, the days, the time. So it does look like once a week, and they last for 3 days. So it says, as this one you can see, 17th of the 7th until the 20th of the 7th, and then so on and so forth, 24th of the 7th to the 27th of the 7th, and then the other roadmaps popping up. So it looks like it alternates between sticks and scarves as the alternators. So you can see 23rd is when this one comes up, finishes on the 25th, and so on and so forth. So the textbooks will drop in raids on the 17th of the 7th only. Oh no, until, okay, they'll drop in raids the entire time. That's cool. The entire collection is available the entire time. Telltale Stash is available pretty much the entire time as well. And then it shows you how to get certain things. Used to open event roadmaps that source other collectibles. Used to open event roadmaps that source other collectibles. Markers are used to redeem collection 1, which is the shotgun. Sticks, scarves, and chemistry textbooks are used for collections, and it just basically gives a breakdown of what we can see in the museum. But the key thing here is just being able to see these and sort of like how often they're going to pop up. So like I said, I'm going to leave that in the description for you to check out if you just need to sort of plan out when you're going to do things. But like I said, I would say these ones are the key ones. The sticks and the scarves, when they pop up, you want to do them every time. School patch as well, you want to do them every time as well. However, the one that lasts for the entire time, which is the markers roadmap, it lasts for the entire event. So you can chill on that a little bit, but if you want to rush through it, go for it. Absolutely go for it. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be the end of this video. Like I said, it's quite a lot to do. I think it should be quite a nice chilled event. It doesn't look like it's going to be too much of a chore, which is nice. It doesn't look like it's too difficult. It really depends on how long the stages are. If it gets to like 8 waves within a stage, that's the biggest problem. As long as it's only like up to 4 waves, I don't mind about the difficulty. Make it really hard if you want to make things hard. Just don't make them last for 8 waves. It just becomes just far too time consuming. But that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and tell me what you think about the event. It does look like it's got a lot to do. There should be a lot of story stuff in there as well with the roadmaps. But as always, guys, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.